Hey y'all, this is Donna at Hazelbell Farm, joined by my friend here, Jenny, at the Gramstead Family Farm, and we are American FarmSteadHers podcast. How are
Hello.
you? Hey.
Hey.
We are here back another week. Here we're episode 8 or 9,
8.
something. 8?
I
Okay.
believe so. Episode 8. We're on a roll.
We are on a roll, and we're enjoying it. We have loved talking about all things gardening and a little bit more. And today, we've been hammering out some logistical admin junk. It's kind of junk on our end, but it's exciting, fun stuff that we get to share with you guys. And so we'll be doing some of that today. And we've been swamped in everyday homestead, farmstead life.
Yes, and at this point, I'm feeling like I just need to catch my breath because all the things have been happening.
Yeah, I mean, us too. It's spring, so
Yes.
it's the busy time of year anyways.
It is.
On the farm. We've got things being born and hatching and arriving in the mail. and you know, there's a constant rotation of adding life, sending off life.
Yes.
You know, yeah. So there's that happening.
Yes.
There's that changes your morning routine and your evening routine with the seasons as well. The weather's changing, that changes things.
Yep.
So, you know, when you have change also, like falling into a new rhythm
Yes.
is hard. Like the transition is hard.
Yes.
It's good, but it's hard to change.
Yes. I've been totally off the schedule.
Yeah.
With sending animals off, and because we're preparing for butcher boxes to put together for people, and so we've had pigs to load up and send off, and we took off a couple cows to the processor, and that's just consuming.
It is. You know, and not only, like, I think what people don't realize is, you know, I know our meat buyers, they appreciate the product for what it is, and they understand the time that we put in on the day-to-day, raising the life, caring for the life. Like, that's why they buy from us, because that's what they want to know.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't realize, I don't think necessarily, that we also have the drive time. How many hours do you put in messaging potential buyers,
Yes.
actual buyers,
Yes.
accounting?
Or for me, it's been how many hours do I sit on top of the pig chute and wait for pigs to walk into the trailer?
Yeah.
Y'all have no idea how many hours I've spent this last
Yeah.
week sitting on the top of the pig chute, throwing eggs in the trailer. Like, what?
Come on, piggy. Come on, girl. Come on. It's not so bad. All your favorite treats are in there. Come on.
It's been ridiculous. And then with the cows, we don't have correction. We do have a cow catch pen that is set up with a little bit of a chute type system. And we're usually able to load cows pretty good by getting them in the catch pen. But it's been so muddy around the catch pen that literally we step in there and we're like mid shin all the way up into mud. And so it's just not a workable area. And so I actually got a cow to walk through our pig chute. And it worked.
Good.
So, I mean, all that, it definitely takes, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of extra time that, you know, unless you've done it.
All those little details.
Probably don't think about it.
Yeah, people don't realize.
Yeah.
We just moved some cows to a new area of the farm that we haven't had cows on before. Well, that meant making sure they have clean water run to over there.
Yes.
They have like stagnant water that they're happy to drink, and I wish they wouldn't, but because like they also will pee in it.
I know.
You know, or swim in it or whatever. But you know, just like being able to have fresh running water to them over there at the new area, and that it never runs out. Like there's running water. It has a float, you know.
Right.
It also meant keeping an eye on them for the first week to make sure they don't, because the first thing they do is go test the boundaries.
Right. They want to know how far can they go.
Exactly. Where can I go? Where is the fence week? Where's my first way out if I run out of something to eat?
Yes.
And so
Well, and some of those are newer cows, right?
Yeah.
So there might even be the panic of a new cow of,
Yeah.
oh, this is a new area, I'm a new cow, you know,
Right.
like, and sometimes they get a little wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And they do have a little bit of a wild streak to them. They're not exactly like put your hands on me friendly, but they're not crazy either.
Right.
Like I'm
They're not
totally fine
mean
being
and-
around them.
yeah.
Yeah. They don't necessarily want me to be around them, but
Yeah.
they're not charging me.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. No, yeah, they're kind of in the middle, but yeah, just making sure like, you know, oh yeah, that one stretch of fence that we had a hard time with where the water does go, that, you know, making sure they don't figure out some way around, over, through, or under it.
I know. You really have to think of like all the possibilities of what could happen and what could go wrong, and try to prepare for all those scenarios, you know, and be ready for them.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there's like, in this particular situation, there's this one little area where one of the cows she loves to be in water. She loves it. And we didn't know this because she hasn't been anywhere with us where
Right.
there is water.
Right.
But she loves to there's a ditch, she loves to stand in it. And the water is like up to her belly. And it must be really mucky on the bottom because she looks like she has a hard time stepping out of it.
Yes.
And so I'm afraid for like, if she does get stuck, you know, like nobody will be allowed over there when they're close to calving. That
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't want any babies stuck in there. But, yeah, she's really excited. And then like there's another one who we have this rickety little bridge that goes over the same little ditch, and it's fine for us to walk over or like use four-wheelers and that. We've even used some heavy equipment on it, but the last piece of heavy equipment kind of did a little bit of a number on it, and some of the boards aren't exactly secure on both ends. So I'm afraid, like one of the cows, she's afraid to go over it.
Right.
One of them loves to go over the bridge, but she wants to jump. Like it's too long for her to make one leap, but she'll like do one long jump and land in the middle, and then a second long jump. It's really funny. So like I'm just afraid for broken legs, you know, because a cow with a broken leg is done.
Yeah.
Sadly, and so I'm pretty sure that they're all bred, so we wouldn't just lose a cow. We'd lose a calf also if that happened.
I mean, it would just be a huge ordeal all the way around.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
All that to say, like, there's a lot of stress right now.
Yeah.
On the farm with the comings and the goings.
Yeah. The comings and the goings are stressful for sure. And I guess that's kind of why I felt like I needed to take a break, like, because loading pigs for 2 weeks and then cows right before that's stressful.
Yeah.
It is super stressful. I am always like so relieved when that is over. When I finally close that trailer door, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's not even then. It's like when you get them offloaded.
Offloaded.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's when I feel, because when I'm on the road with them, I'm stressed too.
Yeah.
I've never had an issue on the road with them, but
yeah, I'm getting better. The more I do it, the less stressed I am about the actual like transport.
Yeah.
So I feel better now that we've got the bigger trailer and
Yeah.
you know, it's double axle.
Do you drive it or just Tori?
I took the pigs when we had the cows. Tori drove, so just because he was off work.
Yeah.
So the time before these 2 cows, when we took our last 2 cows, I drove those ones myself to Nettles, and of course they wouldn't load all at one time, which animals never do. Animals never load.
They never read the plan.
No.
Read the plan. Get on board, man.
Right, like 2 of you out of the 3 are supposed to go. So you third one, you don't need to come into the trailer. But
she will.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one who wants to go.
That's the one who's all up in the trailer, which was Big Mama.
Oh.
And honestly, if she loaded in the trailer, at one point I was saying I might just take her too.
Oh, really?
You know, and be done with pigs for a while. But then Tori was like, that's kind of a scary thought, not like having a pig around, like
For sustainability.
for sustainability.
Yeah.
But we don't have a boar. So I'm really, we're really kind of going back and forth on whether or not we want to try to AI her. which doesn't look like a big deal. I mean, I've done a little research on it. It doesn't look hard or complicated, and she's pretty docile. So, we might just keep her and do that and just sell all the piglets and just keep what we want to raise for meat.
Right.
Keep 1 or 2 out of the litter.
Cool.
And just sell the piglets. So, I don't know. So, anyways, Big Mama's still here.
I feel like our plans are always like that. Like, we never know. We think we make a plan.
Right. We think we finalized something.
Nothing's ever final.
Nothing's ever final. We'll do that with fencing. We'll spend a bunch of time putting up a new fence, and it's like, this is the last time we're ever moving this fence. This fence is going to be here forever. It's
lies.
Permanent.
Lies.
Right.
It's all lies.
Well, and that's what we said when we built the big pig pen.
Yeah.
This is going to be the pig pen forever. And now I'm like, this can't be the pig pen forever. I need this space for cows and calves because we potentially have maybe 5 cows out there that are pregnant.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a second.
I know. Where am I putting
on?
these? I just had the same realization, Jenny, like this in the last couple days because, okay, so we have our cows whom we've had.
Right. The dairies.
Right.
Yeah.
And our couple, we had our 2 beef girls.
Right.
And so like, okay, obviously those girls are all going to calve. Wait a minute. Those girls, that's a lot of girls that are going to calve.
Right.
Okay. On top of the other 3 that we brought in.
Yeah.
Well, if we brought 4 in, one is just beef, but 3 are to keep.
Yeah.
Whom haven't tested, but I'm quite certain they're all bred. We'll be able to test here in a couple of weeks, but I'm pretty sure they're all bred.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at 3, 4, 5, 6 calves coming over the next, starting in July.
Wow.
Through next February.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is. It is. But we have people who buy beef from us, and so
right. And
it works.
Some will stay and some will go.
Right.
And,
Right. We kind of look at how they grow out and
Yeah.
what their temperaments are, and some will sell outright to others, whoever, depending on what the market is, depending on what the cost of feed is, depending on how much grass and hay we have.
Who knows what the heck is going to happen?
Nothing is final.
Nothing is final. No.
But honey, I just need this one cow. Here we are, 8 years later, and I'm going, I have more cows than I have fingers to count them on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy. It is
So
crazy.
yeah, we're going to build out a calf sorting area.
Okay.
Because we're going to need that. I mean, that's just kind of where we're at. So that's a big project that we've got coming up, that we need to figure out the logistics of that.
I am in building chicken tractor
Nice.
mode for meat bird. Yes, we
Yeah.
have some little tractors, but they're heavy.
Right.
And they don't work really well on this ground at this farm. The ground we've had before had thicker grass, a better top layer or a topsoil layer. And where we are now is quite sandy.
Yeah.
And so even with wheels, they just don't work.
Yeah.
They don't drag real well for the weight that they are. So I'm going to do something different. Eric doesn't even know yet. Just in the planning stages, but I'm kind of starting to gather some materials and figure out exactly what it is that I want. I'm gonna do the electric netting.
Yep.
And kind of keep more of an open space area for them. We cooped all of our layer hens to keep them from pooping everywhere and getting them laying eggs in one spot.
Yes.
And in the past, when we've cooped them, that works great. Like coop them for a couple weeks and then let them out in the afternoons, put them back in the evening. They go back in on their own, and that'll work just fine. Except they don't get out where I want them to get in the cow fields to break up the cow patties. So they do right around the coop area. Like they kind of stick to the nearby spaces where the cows hang out the most. But
yes.
we have 20 acres of space that I want to put chickens on after cows. So I need more chickens. I need more fencing. I need more.
Yeah, well, and too, I mean, if you're moving the chickens, further out, further away from the house, you got to think about predators too.
Right. So we have a coyote problem.
Yeah,
right
because
now.
you just lost that turkey.
Yeah.
Your turkey that was so friendly.
Yeah, she kind of became a fixture of our farm. She was a little bit ridiculous, big fat hen. And it's funny, like I did like this quick little video of her, and the next day, the very next night, a coyote got her. And it had to be a coyote. And we were kind of suspicious that a coyote had been coming around anyways.
Yeah.
I had a couple of hens that were out that I couldn't get cooped, and they were slowly dropping off one at a time. And I thought, well, my dog won't get them. And I even wondered if one of the barn kitties got one, because I've seen her stalking them. But like they were big, and the kitties are still fairly small. So I thought, I don't think so.
No.
Could have been a hawk, or we have a couple of eagles. Could be anything, but we suspected coyote. And then we lost this hen, and they picked her clean.
Gosh.
I know. So it wasn't like dogs that would just get a thrill kill,
Right.
and it wasn't like a raccoon that would just like snatch her head off, and it would have been way too heavy for a raccoon to drag as far.
It sounds like whatever ate her was hungry.
Oh yeah.
Which means it'll probably be back for more.
So we've started locking up the lambs every night.
Yeah. For real, the
which
lambs.
stinks, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a neighbor, a couple of farms.
The turkey probably weighed more than the lambs.
Oh, for sure. That turkey, she was every bit of 50 pounds.
Yeah.
She's a fatty. She's a meat turkey that, she was bred and designed to be a big fat hen.
Right.
But we just kept her.
Dang.
She had a reprieve from she made it through a few Thanksgivings at our place, and then lost her to
That's
a
pretty
coyote.
remarkable.
It is. It really is. But so we're looking at getting some more turkeys, and we're thinking about selling turkeys. Turkeys are not my favorite animals to raise.
Yeah, we did that once, and I really feel like they took over my farm.
Yeah.
Yes. Like there was a period. It's really good that things don't last forever. I'm just saying.
Right. It's a season.
It's a seasonal thing. You do it, and then thank goodness you get a break from it, because something like that, by the time it's ready, you're like, oh my gosh, I am so ready to have these turkeys out of here. We had a real hard time keeping them where we wanted them to stay. They were very, very flighty, even though they were big,
Really?
Yes. They would fly over anything that didn't have a roof. They were going to fly over it.
Okay. Do you remember what breed they were?
We got just the commercial white turkeys.
Okay.
The Cornish cross of turkey.
Okay.
Is what we did.
Okay.
They grew out beautifully. They ended up being, if I remember, maybe like 15, 16 pounds.
Dressed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So we were happy with that size. They were expensive.
Yeah.
To
they
raise.
They are pricey. They eat a lot.
Yes.
From what I remember.
Yes. I remember before we did our first batch, I had been looking around at some other farms, looking at turkey prices. What are people charging? And I was floored when I saw what people were charging for a farm raised, cleaned and processed turkey.
Right.
And then I raised my own, and then I quickly understood why.
This is why. They're very difficult to keep alive when they're young.
Yes.
As they're chicks until they get to that teenage stage. They're just stupid. They will do everything they can to kill themselves. They aren't afraid to be out in the elements when they shouldn't be. I do remember that from when I was a kid, and we tried several times to raise turkeys. And we've had some here and there over the years, and like I said, they're not my favorite thing to raise.
Yeah.
But in light of the times we're living in, the fun news that we have, the avian flu that is running rampant, and the poultry houses that are closing because of it, or having entire barns that they have to cull animals.
Right.
The prices are going up. I get it. I understand, but the general public doesn't get it. They don't understand. And I feel like if I can raise some on pasture, on fermented feed, save a little bit of cost, and then I can get the price down a little bit. And I dare to say, possibly get under what the grocery store market prices are. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I think by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, you know, who knows if there's even going to be turkey in the store.
Well, that's the thing.
You know?
We don't know. We don't know what tomorrow holds, let alone the end of the year. I mean, things seem to happen so fast anymore.
They really do.
Like lightning speed, you know. So yeah, we just decided it'd be a good time to go ahead and try.
Yeah.
And see how it goes, and we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll like it and we'll make it an annual thing, and maybe we'll hate it and never do it again. I don't know. So that's another thing we're gonna do.
Sounds like you're trying to talk me into getting some turkeys.
I think it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, Jenny.
I mean, it kind of sounds like a decent, smart idea.
Yeah, I mean, we don't like, my family doesn't love turkey as far as putting food on the table.
Yeah.
Even Thanksgiving, they want to know where's the ham. Like, you guys, it's Thanksgiving. It's turkey day.
Turkey.
We're having turkey. So I had this great idea that last year I would just like piece apart a whole turkey and roast it like covered in duck fat, like you would do duck, but do turkey with duck fat. And that came out really, really good. So maybe do them just for that reason at our house.
Right.
And then sell some and see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the cost of feed is not going down, so I really don't know how it'll work out.
Yeah, no, the cost of feed is definitely not going down. And that shepherdess girl that I follow did like a whole breakdown on like the most common farm animals and how much it costs to raise per pound of meat for each individual farm animal. And poultry by far was way above anything else. More expensive than cows.
Even now, though, because have you seen the price of poultry in the stores now? I mean...
Of like meat that you would buy in the store.
Right.
No, because I never go in the store and look at meat.
Well, I really don't either, but I'm just following what people are posting on social media, and there are pictures of boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $6.99 a pound. Like, that's more than my pasture-raised poultry.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That I was questioning who would pay for that. Because, you know, we scrimp and save our dollars, which is why we do what we do. Because we can get a better product for cheaper by putting in the work.
Yes.
That's why we do what we do. So, you know, when we extend that out to other people to pay for our work, we question, are they willing to do that?
Right.
Because I'm not willing to do that. That's why I do it.
Right.
So this is, excuse me, this is the conundrum that Jenny and I always have, and I think many small farm people have.
Yes, it's putting a price on your time. Like, what is your time worth? Like, so yeah, the first batch of meat chickens, not the first batch, when we first started doing meat chickens, I should say, you know, really kept track of everything, like how much feed, how much time. And when we were done with that batch, I totaled up the cost and how many hours I put into it and how much I was going to charge people for these birds. And when it all came down to it, I ended up paying myself, I think it was like $2.40 something cents an hour.
Right.
Was what I made raising that batch of meat chickens.
Right.
So it was pretty crazy to actually step back and look at those numbers and wow, is that really worth my time?
That's like slave labor prices.
I know, right? Like guys that have jobs in prisons usually make that type of wage.
Right. Right.
I am not a slave. You know, we have to charge for our time. We have to charge for our time, or it's just not worth putting out everything that a small farm can put out. So,
we are small potatoes here.
We have very small potatoes.
That's what I tell people all the time. Like,
right.
Some people think we know what we're talking about all the time. And if I'm saying it, then I know what I'm talking about. But I think people think that we're bigger than we are.
Yes, people do kind of think that we are bigger than what we are. I mean, sometimes I'll get questions about beef or meat or something like that, and it's like, it's not like a steady flow.
Right.
Like there's only a certain time of year that we do this, and we're small.
It's limited.
It's limited.
We're not the grocery store.
No.
We have what we have when we have it, and when it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's about the best that we can do.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, and I think that the average small farmstead-her, homesteader mama out there gets that. I think they're probably on the same page.
Yes.
My circle of that type of woman friend is small.
Yes.
The bigger circle are the people who are also listening, are people who know what we do, want to do what we do. Maybe they're just intrigued. I don't know.
They're interested.
Yeah. I think maybe sometimes it's people who buy from farms like us, and they're just interested to kind of see how it, like a behind the scenes working, kind of thing. But to the smaller audience of the people who do what we do, they must get it. They must be able to relate. Like I said, we pinch our pennies, man.
Absolutely.
Because each and every little penny counts when you're trying to turn a profit.
It really does. Or not even really even trying to turn a profit, really. I mean, just really trying to make it feasible to continue on doing what we're doing.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know. For us, it's never really a profit. It's money that we're just going to roll back into the farm.
Exactly.
It's definitely not like I'm going out and getting my toes done and
it's not like the vacation fund.
Nope. It's the, hey, you're going to use this money to work more fund.
Right. Here's some feed money. I mean, we sell our eggs. That's the only reason we sell our eggs is to pay for the feed for the chickens.
For the feed money.
So that we can have fresh eggs. I mean, that's really all it's about. So, and that's kind of how we work everything else is, we want the fresh beef. We want it at this price. The only way to do it is to be able to sell some also.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
We're thankful for the people who are out there buying from us so that we are able to do that. And I tell people all the time, like people who come to me and say, hey, like we're thinking about raising a pig. We want to have a pig to put a little bit of meat in the freezer. The first thing I always say is, raise 2 pigs.
Right.
And they look at me like, no.
Yes,
raise 2 pigs. I mean, you already have your infrastructure in place. If you're going to do 1 pig,
you might as well do 2.
You sell the other one, it pays the cost for yours.
Yes.
And that's how you turn your little profit. It's not much of a profit, but that's how you make it worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that does make it worth it. I mean, it really does.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, that's why we continue to do what we do.
Yes.
So that we can have it for ourselves. It sounds selfish when I say it that way, but it's true.
I mean, it's really true. It's really kind of why we got into it in the first place, because we were just trying to do it for ourselves, So. Yeah, but I am super thankful for, the people that buy from our farm, for sure. And we always try, never doubt that we always try to give you the best price that we can.
Oh, yeah.
I always try to do that. So that's why I always don't like to come right out and tell people like, oh, it's going to be so much per pound too early down the road, because it might end up being cheaper or it might end up being more because the cost of feed went up.
Right.
Or the butcher bill went up. Hello, the butcher bill.
Hello.
Okay, so last year when we were having cows processed, we were paying 65 cents on the hanging weight.
Right.
We're now paying $1 on the hanging weight, plus an extra 20 cents to vacuum seal, plus an extra 20 cents to have the USDA inspection so we can legally do this by not selling, because we're not selling in like actual shares, like a half share or a quarter share. We're selling in smaller quantities, so you got to pay for that extra seal of approval if you want to do it the right way. And so we went from,
which is stupid because
I know.
they are already USDA inspected.
I know.
They already have that, but for them to put the stamp on each package, you have to pay an extra 20 cents per pound, people.
Per pound.
Per pound.
Per pound of a cow.
Plus tax on top of all of that.
Yes.
A tax for a service.
Yes.
They're not selling you anything.
Yes.
You're paying for a service that they're taxing you on.
Yes.
It drives me bananas.
So yeah, the cost of processing animals has went through the roof as well. And they're shorthanded. You know, Nettles is hiring right now. They've been hiring for a while.
They're all trying to hire.
Yes.
I know.
They are short-staffed and their books are completely backed up.
I talked to to Nettles yesterday, to that processor. And they have a couple of our beef right now. And I asked about another date, and they said, "Oh no!" Like this is the third processor in as many weeks who I've booked appointments with and tried to get another one like the next day, the next week, and they said, "No, sorry." I'm like, "Not even for next month, 2 months, 3 months, no." So we are that much closer to seriously considering butchering at our place.
Yeah.
I almost have Eric convinced that we have to do it. He had somebody. He was like on board with me. Okay, all right. We're searching for materials. We're gonna do it. And somebody talked him out of it and said, "But look how busy they all are. You'll never get to hunt again." And I was like, "Wait a minute."
Right. We're not talking about opening up as a full-fledged butcher shop.
And even if we did, you're as busy as you want to be.
Right.
You say no, or I'll book you out for 3 months out like everybody else.
I mean, essentially, just processing your own animals off your own farm is going to keep you probably as busy as you want to be.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
With everything else that's going on.
I think so. And I'd be happy to just do that and have the savings for that. Just cut that part out.
Well, and it all goes back to the whole, you know, how small farms have to diversify to make it. You know, you have to have multiple streams of income,
right?
You know, because so many things are seasonal.
Right.
You know, if you don't have those multiple streams of income, you're really not making it, and you know, probably not going to continue on very long. So
right. If you are one of those in that small circle, that smaller audience I mentioned earlier, where you are the homestead mama or dad, whatever, you know, small farms, do consider all of the little things that you do,
yes,
and how you can share that with your community to make a buck. And when I say a buck, I literally mean a buck.
Right.
Because all of those little things, while they are all little, they do add up.
They do add up, and you know, they do keep the ball rolling. You know,
I mean, and it's if you're not like I said earlier before we started recording, if you're not like the big chicken farmer with the big chicken house, like if you're doing that and that's great, but you're not also doing bees, and you're not also keeping a milk cow, and you're not also, you know, selling whatever,
making soap,
right,
selling produce bags,
all of the things that you can do to make it worth keeping on.
Yes.
You're just focused on that. Well, if that's not you, and you're just, this is the life you want to live, so you do have your hands into all the little pots, you kind of have to make that your product, all those little things, to stay afloat. When I say to make a buck, because that's really all it is, it's to stay afloat.
Right. I mean, it's not make a buck for profit. It's make a buck so you can buy more materials to keep on, because that's really what it boils down to. You know, at the end of the year, when you look at the numbers, it's really all about just staying afloat.
Right.
You know, it really is.
Yeah. We pay a lot out of pocket for a lot of what we do.
A lot. Like, thank goodness Tori has a good off-farm job.
Right.
You know, because his off-farm job is what pays for most of our big things on the farm.
Yeah, us too.
You know?
Yeah, us too, for sure.
I mean, that money definitely isn't coming from the farm.
No. No. So anytime I, like, you know, when we do sell beef shares,
Yeah.
and I've seen people hand me a check and have that look in their eye where I can see the wheels turning upstairs. You know, like I know they're adding, I know they're figuring out what we just made on a cow, but they're not necessarily thinking what we've put into the cow and where that's going. Like, okay,
Right.
yes, I may have made a little bit of money, but we're out a lot of money.
Yes.
As far as farm expenses go. But we keep doing it because, you know, in the end, this is how we want to live.
It is.
This is how we want to live. This is what we want to do. It's a calling for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's important in the grand scheme of humanity, I feel like, to grow food, to teach our kids to grow food, to teach other people to grow food, and to keep that going through the generations forward.
Yes, it is so important, and it's really important to try to start focusing on regeneratively doing so. Because I watched a documentary the other night. It's called The Need to Grow, and all about regenerative agriculture. Had some really cool stories that are kind of weaved together through the documentary. But basically the beginning of the documentary started out by saying that the world basically only has 60 years left of farmable soil. If everybody was to pretty much continue on the path that we're on with big commercial agriculture, with chemicals, monocropping, that the world is going to have 60 years of farmable soil.
Wow.
How scary is that? 60 years is not a long time.
No, it's not. And I mean, honestly, like in theory, we could still be alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
our children will probably still be alive.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they'll be the old folks, but,
right.
you know, and then their children, our grandchildren.
Right.
Our grandchildren aren't going to have any farmable soil.
Right.
That's like alarming.
It is. Yeah. And that's something that is one of those like out of sight, out of mind things that people,
It is.
Because we as a people, and it's not just like, I don't mean just the American people. I think in the world, by and large, civilized cultures are just disconnected from the growing of food.
Absolutely.
From not just meat and proteins, but fruits and vegetables as well. They're just disconnected. They don't know how. They think they have an idea, you know, by simple biology lessons, but they really don't know on the big scale how their food is grown, how it gets to their table, and what that does to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah. On this documentary, they had this one guy who had a farm in the city, pretty much. I mean, there was like development going on all around him, but he really tried to make his farm as like an interactive farm, so people really could come into the farm and have a farm to table dinner or do a little bit of work in the farm. I love the farm to table dinner idea.
That's so cool.
It is just so cool. Like, could you imagine, like, light up the oak tree, set out the picnic tables, and maybe we'll have to like collaborate and maybe do one of those.
And maybe like some mosquito netting or something.
Right.
Because it's Florida. That would be so fun.
You know, but he was, you know, really able to like, you know, people were actually able to come and like do a little bit of work and then, you know, sit down at the table, and he would just pull all this stuff out of his garden and put it on the table and just make this huge salad for everybody. And
lovely.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What a neat experience.
Yeah, and it was the whole disconnection thing. Like, he really wanted people to have the experience of having it right out of the garden.
Fresh.
It's
so different.
Yeah.
It's so different. You know, when people say, I don't like tomatoes, you know,
Right,
and
like-
this is just one little tiny example, or anything. I don't like Brussels sprouts, or I don't like broccoli. Have you had it fresh?
Right, fresh out of the garden.
Like cut right out of the garden and put in your mouth, because it's way different.
Yep.
Way different.
It is way different. It tastes a lot different than the produce that you would buy in the store, for sure.
Or meat. Or meat.
Meat, though, the meat is totally different.
Yeah.
I had absolutely no idea that steak could be as good as steak is. Like,
It doesn't need all the seasoning in the world.
no, and it is so incredibly tender coming right off a farm. Like, I'm not real sure what they're doing to all this store-bought steak to make it so tough, but
Right.
it is tough.
Yeah.
Even the good cuts
Yeah.
are tough compared to what you get off of a farm.
Or if you go out to a restaurant, it's like so overly peppered, and I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know like what the popular seasonings are anymore, but
Yeah, well, I don't know, but growing our own meat and produce has definitely ruined our going out to eat
oh
experiences.
yeah, we talked about that before. I think
Yeah.
for sure. It's yeah.
Ruined it.
Well, in an effort to help people be connected with their food,
Yes.
Jenny and I just feel super called to help teach people how to grow food. That's
Yeah.
I mean that's the calling. That's the love. We want to teach people how to grow food.
Yes, everybody needs to be able to experience this, and
Yeah.
whatever roadblock people have put up,
Yeah.
it just needs to come down.
It does. It does. There's an excuse for everything.
Right.
That can go. We can help you make it go away.
Right, exactly.
Tear it down. So on April 29th at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be doing a Facebook Live, a free live. Let's get your garden planning going class.
Yeah.
We'll do a talk with you. You can chat it up, and we'll do a Q&A session with it.
Yeah.
We're planning on about an hour. If we go over, then we go over.
It'll probably
I'm
go
sure we
over.
will. It'll be a fun time.
It'll be fun, yeah.
We also have a canning class that is going to be coming up. So if you're local, we don't have a sign up for this yet, but there will be limited capacity. It will be in my kitchen.
Yeah.
So canning class, we'll do max 10 people. We'll talk about water bath canning, pressure canning, and that will be on May 6th.
Yeah, and depending on interest,
yeah.
if there's a lot of interest, we'll do classes. We'll schedule another one.
We'll do another one.
Yep.
Absolutely. And then we will also have a chicken butcher class coming up. This is one that's also been highly requested.
Yes.
A lot of people decided to start raising their own chickens over the last 2 years, and they don't know what to do with them. They don't know if they even want to butcher them. They just have these old birds roaming around their yards.
Right.
So we help you combat that, and we'll do a chicken butcher class. That will be June 4th, and that'll be here at Jenny's place. So look for that link to come also. And then in addition to that, we have a shop opening soon. We'll have some things for sale there. That'll be fun. We don't want to give away too much because we don't really know what's going to come out first.
Right. Well, I have a pretty good idea, but we'll leave it as a surprise.
Yeah. Some cute things, some fun things, some practical things.
Yes.
And just help to keep the lights on here.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's all going to boil to, rolling in, taking the money that we earn from those small little things in the merchandise store to buying supplies for the canning class.
Yep.
Buying vacuum seal bags for the chicken butcher class. Again, not a profit.
No.
Definitely a roll into the next activity type of
and
a
it
thing.
does cost a little bit for us to be able to broadcast to you.
It does.
So we want to keep doing it. Like I said, we feel called to teach people to grow food. It has to be worth our time away from our families, away from our farms. So
Yep.
we are out of pocket.
Yep.
We are out of pocket some. So we'd like to recomp some back if we can.
Yeah. But I really feel like this will help offset that and really hopefully get some people really on their way to being able to do some of this themselves.
Yeah, and on that note, we're also looking at offering private garden consultations. So in your yard, in your backyard, your front yard, wherever it is you want to garden, if you have a community plot somewhere, we're looking at private planning classes coming, or I shouldn't say class, it's not really class setting, but a private session.
Yeah, a private session.
Where we come to you and spend a little bit of time with you in your yard and help give some ideas of what you can do, what you can grow right there at home.
Mm-hmm. And it can be as simple as a consultation, just with some questions and answers and some ideas, or we can take it a step further and do like an actual like raised bed design for you. If you're really not feeling like doing the work, you might even be able to talk us into installing it.
I think we can handle that.
Because we do love to play in the dirt.
We do.
Let's just be real.
We do. I said at the beginning of this broadcast that we were, like hammering out the admin stuff, the paperwork stuff, the like logistics, the calendar. This is not the stuff that we love.
It's not my strong suit.
No. I mean, it can be because it has to get done.
Yeah.
We'll
do it.
We'll do it.
Because it's got to be done.
But we'd rather play in the dirt.
We would much rather play in the dirt.
Yeah. So let us come play in your dirt too. Right?
Yeah. It'd be fun.
It'd be fun. All right. Well, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, is where we are posting all of those happenings, all of those events as they come up. AmericanFarmSteadHers. Don't forget to email us at AmericanFarmSteadHers@gmail.com. If you have any questions, we can answer any topic ideas, whatever you want.
Yeah, send us an email.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks, y'all. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.